Thanks for checking out the channel. This is Way Dynasty Monk, and this is another episode of Prozac and coffee for breakfast. This is something new I'm trying since I do not have a job right now. So if you would like and subscribe, do me that favor and get me that much closer to getting enough subs to finally get monetized. I'm a far away from getting that done though.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back.
This episode is on Cry Precision alternatives, the disruptive combat pants versus the Vertex pants. Both are very good quality alternatives to Cry Precision. Cry Precision is the gold standard. However, those are like $300+ for a pair of pants, and right now the disruptive combat pants are on sale for about $100. Vertex's multicam combat pants are running about $150, so still a little pricey, but for you do get what you pay for. These are the Vertex multicam combat pants. There's that side ankle pocket, and it has two straps to secure the knee pad. If you cinch it with a little bit of room, like I do, it's pretty comfortable when you do bend. If you cinch it all the way, however, and say you have magazines in your cargo pockets, it's gonna hurt. I've done that on the field, just testing it out and to see how it feels, and you're gonna need a little bit of room. The knee pads are very snug. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to be sliding around. They're very tight, which is a good thing. It does take a while to get them in there, but once they're in there, they're very secure, especially when you strap down and make them even more secure on the bottom. On the bottom of the pants, there's two eye holes. You can run a drawstring through it if you want to be able to cinch it down. It doesn't come with a drawstring, but I used 550 cord for that purpose. Again, here's the bottom ankle pocket, the front anything pocket, can dip, wallet, keys. The side cut is this angle cut. It gives you more surface area to get things in and out, which is a good design. It has a secret pocket on one side, not on that side, but it does have like that very slim zipper, so if you wanted to hide some stuff, you'd be able to do that. Side cargo pants have the two elastic bands where you would put your M4 magazines, and that's basically it. It's a very simple design. So the gear testing that we did with these pants included rock climbing, milsims, and pickup games. I figured this was a really good gear test. I do rock climb with the knee pads in because my style of climbing, I do knee bar a lot, where I really put my knee into the cliff or the stone. This is a very sharp stone, so it was a good test on the durability of the Vertex combat pants. We were able to get them tested out on a multiple day milsim, which is Operation Lion Claws. We did 2 days with the disruptive combat pants and 1 day with the Vertex combat pants. Both did fine during the milsim. Both performed fine in the rock climb. Was able to test them at the pickup games, local fields like this at Warped Ops, where you both did run tests on them, diving and low crawling, and we see how they both performed. No matter what pair of pants you do get, if you get caught up in a C-wire trap or nest, it's probably most likely going to shred pieces of your pants. But that's not an excuse to throw them away and buy a brand new pair of pants. There's tons of videos on how to stitch little cuts in your clothing, and I would just stitch the cuts on, or the tears on the pants. These pants are way too expensive to throw away and then try to get a new one. So when testing the Vertex pants on the cliff, I do have the knee pads in because I do knee bar a lot. But with the Disruptive Combat pants, because it has that seatbelt material on the knee, I do not need to run an additional knee pad. It is an option if I wanted to, but it does give you a little bit limitation on your range on movements. So, and you want the maximum range you can on when you're doing a rock climb. So with the Vertex having the knee pads in there, it's somewhat limited, but not limited enough to the point where it is going to be an issue. This sports climb was my first sports climb. I usually top rope, so if I fell, I would fall quite a distance because I am bringing the rope up with me and carabining it to some anchors in the wall. So when I do fall, I fall down to the last anchor. This is what the Disruptive Combat pants look like. As you can see, it has a different material on the crotch. It's a breathable, stretchable, very durable material, which is very comfortable. I thought it'd be a good field test to do a solo climb with these Disruptive Combat pants. They are very comfortable, a lot more comfortable than the Vertex pants. It's just that the material, I believe, it's not as good quality. Also, I did use them on this Mozart's Wall climb, which is a sandstone, and the seatbelt material on the knee is a great idea so you don't wear out a hole in the pants when you're grinding against this kind of sandstone. So back to the Vertex Combat pants. The material is a lot thicker. The color, the multicam, is more of your standard color, where the Disruptive Combat pants almost looks like a tropical multicam because of the brightness of the green. So if you're going for that more realistic military look, the Vertex pants are going to be the pants that you want. The material is a little bit thicker, so it's a little more durable, and the stitching quality on them is a lot better than the Disruptive Combat pants. Right now I'm coming down the mountain, or this cliff, cleaning, which means I'm pulling the carabiners off the anchors as I come down and belay myself down. They combat pants, which are very similar to these, but I really like the Disruptive Combat pants because of this nylon over the knee that does do a lot of protection. I'm not too thrilled with the stitching. The stitching looks like it could have been done a lot better, so the Vertex quality on the stitching is a lot better, but it does not have this aggressive nylon knee pad, which really helps out when you're rock climbing on these sandstone rocks. Even though the quality is not as top as the Vertex pants, the design is a generation up. A lot more flexibility, a lot more breathability. It just gives you that a lot more range of motion, and again, you don't need to have the internal knee pad when you're going to knee bar, because you do have that seatbelt material over the knee. Field testing them on a little solo climb on Stony Peak, and they perform great. I recommend both pairs of pants. Both have different features. Both have their pros and cons to them. You wouldn't typically see somebody rock climbing with such kind of a heavy duty pant, but I wanted to test them out and see how durable they were.